An interesting way to prove that the biblical language came from hand signs is by looking at the word 𝐤𝐿. This word was mentioned by 𝐤𝐿 in Numbers chapter 12, verse 8. It's really quite interesting the number of ways to prove that the biblical language came from hand signs. Basically, the 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄 language came from hand signs. The word dark sayings is the word 𝐤𝐿. This is the word that was translated as dark sayings in Numbers chapter 12, verse 8. 𝐤𝐿 said he doesn't use 𝐤𝐿 to Moses, but he used that when he speaks to other prophets, and 𝐤𝐿 was translated as dark sayings. This word helps to prove that the biblical language came from hand signs, and I'm going to prove it to you in this video. How does the word 𝐤𝐿 communicate dark sayings? Most people understand the gesture in this image. This gesture is crossing your fingers behind your back. The meaning of this is that you are being deceptive. How is it widely understood that crossing your fingers behind your back communicates that you are being deceptive with your words? This information will be posted to 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄.com. The link is in the description. And when you go to 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄.com, you'll see this information there. The meaning of 𝐤𝐿 proves that 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄 comes from hand sign. Samson liked to use 𝐤𝐿, and it was written in Judges chapter 14, verse 12. And Samson said unto them, I will now put a riddle unto you. The word riddle is the word 𝐤𝐿. Another verse where 𝐤𝐿 was used is in Numbers chapter 12, verse 8. 𝐤𝐿 said, with him I will speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in 𝐤𝐿, which is the word that was translated as dark speech. How does the word 𝐤𝐿 communicate dark speech, and how does it prove that 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄 comes from hand signs? First off, the word 𝐤𝐿 is in the word, and the word 𝐤𝐿 communicates hand. The word 𝐤𝐿 literally means the wall which blocks the hand. To express the meaning of dark saying is to cover your hands. If the biblical language did not come from hand signs, basically 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄, then why does the word 𝐤𝐿, which has been translated as dark saying, why does this word communicate dark saying? It literally has the hand, the word for hand inside of it. For example, the 𝐤𝐿. 𝐤𝐿 and dalet together spells the word 𝐤𝐿, which means hand. And then the first symbol is called the wall. So the wall blocks your hand. Okay, so you do have to get my book, Primitive Sign Language, for you to understand it. But basically, it's the gesture of hiding your hand sign behind your back. Just like when someone crosses their fingers behind their back, they're being deceptive. So someone who is speaking to you and hiding their hands is communicating in darkness. So you can still communicate, but if your hand is hidden behind your back, you're not being truthful because your hands speak. According to the meaning of this word, it can only communicate dark saying because the language comes from hand signs. If the language didn't come from hand sign, this word could not communicate dark sayings. 𝐤𝐿 communicates dark sayings because the biblical language comes from hand signs, and hiding your hand behind your back makes it harder to understand the word. It's just like we're speaking English and you really can't break down the letters in the English language. So we're not using hand signs when we speak English. So we're not speaking very clearly. We're not expressing ourselves clearly. It's, we're speaking in darkness, truth be told. All languages that do not utilize the proper hand sign when communicating their words, they're communicating in sort of a riddle. And you're not going to be able to, you just have to memorize words, but it's not straightforward. The 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄 language is straightforward. If you yourself don't study 𝐤𝐿𝐃𝐄, you will not know the dark sayings in the scriptures that are hidden in hand signs. Thank you for watching this video and learning about the word 𝐤𝐿. Now, the translators don't know that this word means blocked hand sign or blocked hand, basically the wall hand, because they don't know that manakati came from hand signs. And this is not how they translated it. They said that this word kaida meant dark sayings. And I told you it means that there's a wall covering your hand, thus meaning you can't see your hands when you speak. So it's basically hidden hand signs. The word kaida means hidden hand signs in general, but basically wall hand. Anyways, I already explained the video. And so if you like this video and you like to see more videos about more words, please give your support, because I can't continue to make these videos and put out this information that I do. I do a lot. 𝐤𝐇𝐄𝐄, manakati.com, got primitivesignlanguage.com. I have so many websites I'm managing because, I want the truth to come out, and I want people to come together, and we cannot get the understanding that we need from the scriptures without knowing the original language. It's not about you per se learning the hand signs, which yes, you do need to know. It's about you being able to decode the scriptures. Now, I decoded this word kaida without using hand signs, just looking at the word, just reading my book Primitive Sign Language, which you can get from primitivesignlanguage.com/shop. You can crack riddles in the Bible like this word easy by reading my book. And so when I looked at this word, immediately I saw wall, hiding your hand, because the wall hides things, right? And so to me it was obvious, but maybe to you it wasn't obvious because you didn't read my book. So please donate to patreon.com/𝐤𝐇𝐄𝐄. Become a team player. I'm still looking for 110 team players. I did get some subscribers from my last video, and I do appreciate it. Thank you, team players, for your support. You're really helping me to do what I can do. The more support, the more I can do. And you could also support, one-time donations by visiting 𝐤𝐇𝐄𝐄.com/donate. Have a